YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video on the channel, man. Today we got college football 26 news. Now, of course, I am obviously a Madden channel. The things we typically upload on this channel is going to be Madden stuff, and we are going to talk about Madden stuff as well today. Of course, whenever we get college football information, we technically get Madden information. Of course, this video is also going to just be talking about it from the standpoint of both games. And of course, you know, maybe if this video goes crazy or y'all, let me know in the comment section enough, maybe I'll create a CFB channel, man. We'll see. I don't know what exactly I want to do. If I'm going to have enough time to be able to manage both, but hey, if there's enough support and everything on the video, I will go ahead and do that. So before we get into all of the pre-order stuff and everything we're going to be going over in the video today, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, man, as we're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, man. And let's go ahead and get into pre-order stuff. So as you guys can see right here, if you get the MVP bundle, and that's really what we're going to be talking about today, is going to be the MVP bundle. The MVP bundle basically gives you both games, and you get all of this information, or all of these perks essentially, that you guys are going to be doing. And we're going to be talking about whether I think it is worth for you guys to get the MVP bundle. Now, first things first, what I will say is the deluxe edition of both games, I think, is about $80 at this point. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's either 80 or 70. So that in itself already, if you were to get the MVP bundle, which this is obviously 150, basically you're already getting a discount for getting both games. And again, I'm looking at it from the lens of somebody that is going to be getting both games, just because obviously they're both football games, and I would assume if you guys like Madden, you probably like college football. You're probably a football fan, you feel what I'm saying? So just from that standpoint, right? And on top of that, you also get 3-day early access. You get the points. We'll talk about the points. Early access solo challenges. I don't really care too much about the solo challenges. I mean, they're definitely a good way to get a head start, but it's not game changing, right? At least in years past, I don't think it's been, that game changing. You also get elite players, and those cards last for a little bit. Again, if you guys are all money spent, it probably won't really last for you guys nearly as long as somebody that, if you just get the MVP bundle and then you don't really spend money on the game after that, that card will probably be on your team for a decent amount of time. But again, I'm just speculating because we don't know what we're getting out of each of those packs. And you also get a cover athlete elite item, same sort of thing, where you guys will be getting those cards, and it probably will last on your team for a decent amount of time. Like I remember last year, the cards that we got, just as an example, like the Devin Hester was in my lineup for probably like about 2 to 3 weeks before he really phased out, right? Like he at least had a spot on my team for about 2 to 3 weeks. And again, I think that's pretty much worth it at that point. And again, I'm not trying to shill out for EA. I don't want people to think like, oh, I'm shilling out for EA, but I am trying to share with you guys the perspective that I had this year going into not only Madden, but also college football and just everything like that. So let's talk about the value of the Madden points, right? So if you guys take a look over here, we're going to be transitioning over to the Xbox, right? As you guys can see right here, right, the value of points, again, the only way for you guys to really get an even amount of 4,600 is going to be to buy this twice. I have EA Play, so it'll be $23 a pop, so $46. And then if you don't have EA Play, it would be $49, basically $50. So already in those points, you get basically almost $50 worth of points right there. And again, it's really only useful if you guys play MUT. Obviously, you guys can do whatever you want, but I do think the points, on top of the fact that you get both games, both deluxe version of the games, that already right there is plenty enough value. And again, of course, we're looking at this from the standpoint of Ultimate Team. Now, of course, there's other things like franchise coach ability points. They've got a player card, exclusive items, so you guys can change your player card in game. It's only cosmetic, pure cosmetic. There's XP for the superstar mode, and then there's also another player item, bundle content elite player item. Again, I don't really know what that is going to be. We're probably going to get more information on that in the coming weeks. But another huge thing is that you get the 3-day early access. Now, at least for me, obviously, since I'm a content creator, it is going to help me out a ton. So just from that standpoint, it's worth it for me. But for people like the rest of y'all, if you're not a content creator or, whatever the case may be, again, you use your own discretion on if it would be worth it for you or not. I can't truly tell you if it would be worth it for you or not. Because again, that 3-day early access, realistically, it gives you a head start, but it's not as much of a head start to where it's like, oh my goodness, you're going to be at such a disadvantage if you start so late. And especially with a lot of people that spend money on the game. If you spend a lot of money on the game, it's not really going to matter. On top of the fact that auction house prices are always lower because there's less people on the game. It's not nearly as many people ripping packs and things like that. But whenever the game fully comes out, that's when the prices go up. And that is what I would say is kind of worth it in the 3-day early access, because then you can buy cards for a lot cheaper when it's not nearly as many people on the game, and then sell it when there's more people on the game when the auction house goes up. This happens every year. I've always seen it happen when I've played Madden, in which the auction house is low and everything like that, and then it'll go up once a bunch more people are on the game because there's a lot more coins on the game and a lot more people playing. And now, of course, I'm not going to spend nearly as much time on college football. It's the same really sort of talking points. Obviously, we have the 3-day early access, the same amount of points. Again, points are the same amount in college football. And the thing with college football is, especially with the way that their pack structure is, those points are probably going to go a lot further in that game. Again, it depends on how the pack format is. I don't know if Madden's going to change their pack format based on what they got out of college football. I don't know. But if they go with the same thing that they did in college football 25, those points go a long way. They do. Trust me. When I was actually playing college football, they went a long way. Obviously, early access solo challenges, you can take advantage of those. You also get some player items as well. You get an all hands team pack, 1 of 2. Again, we saw that Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith are on there. So I would on the cover. They're on the cover by themselves. So I would assume you basically can choose between like a lower overall version of them, probably like 83 overall. And again, the same sort of thing can be said about the Madden cards as well. The season 1 elite player, the cover athlete, and the bundle content, probably going to be about 83, 84 overalls. Probably not 85s, because the 85s are going to be the max. They're going to want you guys to go out there and go out and get the champions, in the game and everything like that. So again, is it worth it at the end of the day, right? That's what this whole video is about. And again, for somebody like me, I would say it is worth it for me, because you get the early access, you get the points, you get all those things, you get some extra packs and everything like that. But the main sort of thing for me that I think is the most important is going to be the points in the 3-day early access. That's probably what's going to really get your team going off the rip. That is what I would say is the most value to all of you guys, right? Or at least for me, not all of you guys, at least for me, right? So that is what I would say. Again, you guys probably will get more benefit out of the cover athlete and everything like that. And obviously the points as well, but especially for somebody like me, 3 days early access, a content creator, it is going to help me out a lot. Again, that is what I would say is the most worth it for you guys, is going to be the Madden points and the packs. Again, probably about 83 overalls. You guys do what you want, but at the end of the day, you are getting both deluxe versions of the game, and I think it is worth it, if you look at it from a holistic standpoint. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button. And again, let me know down in the comment section, do you guys want to see me on College Football 26? Let me know that down in the comment section below. If we get enough love, maybe I'll create a college football channel today. We'll start doing some reactions with the stuff coming out and everything like that, dropping news and dropping gameplays over there as well. Y'all let me know, man. You feel me? With that being said, boys, hopefully y'all enjoyed it, man. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.